How is he doing with the boys? I know he's used to having Laura there to help.
Well, I guess he's managing.
Okay. Well, has he asked you to babysit?
He has.
Huh?
He has, and I told him. You can pick one day out of the week, Calvin, where I will help you out.
There you go.
One day, Auntie.
One day, baby, those are his children. And I also told him that he cannot be dumping them over here every day.
Good.
You know, Ella says something interesting in this last episode of House of Payne. The fact that Calvin is managing to take care of both of his sons, even though he was accustomed to having Laura around. But the thing is, Ella has basically put a restriction on getting her assistance. Basically, there's one day out the week. One day of the week you can choose to drop the boys off with me, and that's it, because these are your sons. I can understand that, but at the same, and look, for those of you who are already typing, here you go in on Miranda again. This really isn't about Miranda, but it's more about Ella. Okay? Because yet again, I was bombarded with a bunch of clips from the older episodes and whatnot. And by older episodes, I'm referring to the earlier seasons of the revival. There were so many times when Miranda would have situations, and to be fair, they were like emergency situations and work-related situations, where she had to go show a house or go to a meeting or something, and she would ask, Miss Ella to watch the kids. And I know Calvin was mad because he didn't want Miranda running to his more specifically mom, whenever she had an issue. But when it came to the kids, I mean, come on, let's be real, that's different. But I do recall there was that one time where Miranda's assistant was sick or something, and she asked if Ella could help her out, and she did. And there were so many times where Ella would drop everything to do something for Miranda, yet when it comes to Calvin, there's a limit. Now, yeah, Ella's like, yeah, you're not going to come by and drop the kids by here every single day. I understand that. But it does feel like, based on the way she's been portrayed in this revival, I'm talking about from the beginning of season, 8 or 9, whichever one was the first season, 8 or 9. I'm going to just say, hang on, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think it was 9. Since the beginning, I felt like Ella has treated Miranda like she's treated Miranda more like a daughter than she's treated Calvin as her son. Because if I took like a scoreboard of all the times Ella has vouched for Miranda or vouched or supported Calvin, I'd say that Miranda would be in the lead. Because it just seems to me, whenever Miranda and remember, let's not forget all the times she would randomly be over at Ella's place, oh, we're going to go out shopping, or, oh, I need your advice on this. Oh, could you cook something for a work function or whatever? She would drop everything and do it. And yet when it comes to her own son needing a helping hand, like I said, I understand Ella putting limiters or boundaries so Calvin wouldn't take advantage of her. But I'm like, where were those limits and boundaries when it came to Miranda? It just seemed like they never existed. So that's my personal take on it. That when it comes to Miranda, Ella would move the heavens. But when it comes to Calvin, it's like, those are your kids. You better work it out. And I think that's messed up. That's just my opinion. But you'd think she'd take them on, considering that those grandbabies are the special gift that Miranda gave, her and Curtis. And that means and because of that, she'll always be part of the family. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like she does Calvin dirty when Miranda was the one that left him. Glad she ain't my mama. That's all I'm saying. But let me know your take on this. Do you think Ella has a point? I'm not saying that she does not, but I just feel like when you look at how she's putting up these limits and restrictions for Calvin, I just don't believe she's ever done the same for Miranda. Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.